All right, hi everybody, and welcome to the 2021 presentations for Student-Led Clinic. Our first team today is going to be retail and marketing, so I will hand it off to Katie, who will introduce her team.
Hi, my name is Katie Kemp. I'm from Brooks, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Calgary, Alberta, and I'm the president of Team Retail and Marketing. Our team consists of 4 executive positions, which include myself, the president, Nicole Bell, the vice president, our secretary, Kristen Boovy, and our treasurer, Victoria Hubnik. We also have 4 committees within our team, which are strategic planning, animal health advocacy, new initiatives, and social media. We'll dive deeper into our committees later on in this presentation, but first we're going to go over our executive roles. My roles as a president gave me the ability to work on my leadership along with my communication and professionalism. My roles included, but were not limited to, leading the weekly meetings, ensuring these meetings ran according to the agenda in a timely and fluid manner. I also acted as a liaison for all committees and the faculty advisor. This basically meant I helped committees reach their goal and communicate these to other committees and the faculty advisor. And most importantly, I helped to ensure every member of our team got to express their ideas and their creativity and participate within the team. Next up, I'll pass it off to our vice president.
Hello, my name is Nicole Bell. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and I'll be completing my practicum in Calgary. I keep track of the weekly agenda and meeting minutes in order to help answer questions and help out with random tasks to decrease the workload on the team. I'm also available to help host the weekly meeting if the president is away. Up next is our secretary.
Hi, my name is Kristen Boovy. I'm from Taber, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Taber. I was the secretary for Team Retail this year. Each week, the committee chairs would send me an update and I would compile them into our agenda. During meetings, I would take down minutes and summarize each point of discussion. This ensured we had effective meetings with active discussions and gave a summary for each team member to refer back to. Up next, our treasurer.
Hi, my name is Victoria Hubnik. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, and will be doing my practicum in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. I was treasurer for Team Retail this semester, and by doing this, I was better able to understand my financial roles in a clinic and what profits in a clinic. My roles included doing weekly sales reports, weekly profits, and doing the year-end report. Next up will be team strategic planning.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Tarly Bazarski. I'm from Kenora, Saskatchewan, and I will be doing my practicum in Outlook, Saskatchewan. The software system that we used in clinic is called Avamark. One of my main jobs was to create the Avamark procedures for my fellow classmates to follow. These things include opening and closing the store, making a basic sale, inputting special orders and items into Avamark, and lastly, printing off the end-of-day sales report for the treasurer.
Hi, my name is Karen Baxter. I'm from Whitecourt, Alberta, and will be doing my practicum in Mayerthorpe, Alberta. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about strategic planning's roles, which includes doing weekly inventory, receiving products, inputting new products, making the item labels, and also making the store schedule. Receiving products and inputting new products go hand in hand. When you receive an order, you go through it and make sure it matches the invoice, and then you enter the new products into Avamark or update the quantities in Avamark. This is an example of one of our inventory charts. We made these charts to make the inventory more accessible to everyone on our team after we did inventory every Monday. This is an example of our special orders form that we have in clinic. We have this form so that people can order things from WDDC that is not in stock. On the side is an example of our items label. To make this label, you just enter the WDDC code or the code you created, the item name or description, and the price, and then print it on label paper. We also have an example of our store schedule, which is essentially just a sign-up sheet we created and then set a minimum shift per person per semester.
My name is Madison Kreider. I'm from Elk Point, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Beaumont, Alberta. Some of our strengths include AviMark, inventory, and product familiarity. We gained lots of experience working with AviMark. With doing inventory every week, we became familiar with the products in the store and the turnover in the store. Turnover is the time the product is bought to the time the product is sold.
So some committee problems we had for Roblox this semester were a lot to do with COVID restrictions and not being able to have as many people in the retail at once. We also struggled with getting hours this semester as we weren't able to do a lot of outside events. Another problem we faced this semester was getting everyone used to AviMark and how to properly run the system and to also properly run the debit machine.
One of our recommendations for next year is outlining clear roles for each committee so that there's no confusion as to who is assigned to which task. Another one of our recommendations is to try out a product before stocking it in store. This ensures that our turnover remains high and we are not left over with a lot of products. Third, we recommend bringing in a minimal amount of perishable items, such as treats, so that we don't have to deal with expired product. Up next, we have animal health advocacy.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Ridzik. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, and I'll be doing my practicum in Melville. I am the head of animal health advocacy, and we speak for the animals. We've demonstrated this throughout the year with multiple activities, and we've also brought in merchandise that go along with our theme.
Hello, Nicole again. We placed 3 clothing orders: scrub jackets, t-shirts, and sweaters, with scrub jackets being our most successful with 44 ordered. We also update 2 of the whiteboards in the animal clinic twice a month with animal-related content. For example, Dental Month, How to Beat the Heat, and Staying In from the Cold.
Hi, I'm Haley Lessard. I'm from Bonnyville, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Cold Lake, Alberta. We brought in unique products such as scrub caps and lanyards that were specific to our program. We also organized tutorial videos for the public to watch. They demonstrated how to clip dogs' nails, how to clean their ears, and how to brush teeth. We figured this was a good way to get the public involved because COVID limited us to what we were able to do. We also did de-stress rooms because with midterms and finals, we know that students can be stressed out, and we figured what better way to de-stress than a room full of animals.
Hi there, my name is Mackenzie Dallaire. I'm from Bonnyville, Alberta. I'll be doing my practicum in Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Animal health advocacy has established a couple of goals to achieve throughout the year. Our first goal was to bring in a variety of special orders that would intrigue different staff and students of Lakeland College. Our second goal was to hold at least one in-person event that would be open to all programs.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Langlois. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, and I'm going to be doing my practicum in Vermilion. We had plenty of roadblocks going through this year. One of them was being difficulties working with companies that were not within our proximity. This led to very time-consuming emails back and forth and created delays on our orders. COVID restriction also added many extra steps to organizing events, limited us on what type of events we could host, and also how many participants could be at them.
Hello, my name is Chelsea De Bruin. I'm from Bonnyville, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Sherwood Park, Alberta. Some recommendations for next year would be to utilize small and local businesses within the community, as well as bringing in new and insightful products into the clinic. Some other recommendations would be to brainstorm lots of ideas at the beginning of the semester, pre-plan special orders, and be aware of COVID protocols when hosting in-person events. Next up is new initiatives.
Hi, my name is Jordan Cowan, and I am from Whitehorse, Yukon, and I will be doing my practicum in Melville, Saskatchewan. I am the chair for New Initiatives. Our roles were based on ordering and restocking the store's inventory while providing new and unique items. We also worked with small businesses and provided some custom orders, as well as holiday-themed items for Halloween and Christmas. We also checked the weekly inventory reports and restocked any of the items that were sold out.
Hi, I'm Tyra King, and I'm from Vermilion, and I'm doing my practicum in Red Deer. Our main committee goals was to support small and local businesses the best that we could, and to bring in unique and intriguing items to get people to come into the store. Handmade Scrunchies by Brie was one of our most popular vendors. Because of COVID-19, we decided to take advantage of it and bring in homemade masks along with scrunchies and dog bandanas. In total, we ordered 100 masks, 72 scrunchies, and 32 bandanas, and we sold almost all of them. We also brought different patterns each time to keep people interested.
Hi, my name is Krista Gervin. I'm from Goodlands, Manitoba, and I will be doing my practicum in Dawson Creek, BC. Our customizable products were very popular, one of them being our stethoscope charms. We had a lot of trouble finding vendors, but over winter break, Katie Kemp started her own metal stamping business called Heckin' Good Creations. Through her, we were able to sell 18 stethoscope charms, as well as a few dog tags. We also, our popular items also included customizable glitter mugs and wine tumblers. Jordan Cowan was able to get in contact with Colray Acres from Whitehorse. Through them, we were able to sell 29 coffee mug and wine tumblers, as well as 6 dog bowls.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Mickey, and I'm from Brooks, Alberta, and I will also be doing my practicum there. We came up with 4 main recommendations. The first is to do lots of surveys. Surveys are a great way to get word out about the store, which can help you bring in random foot traffic that you might have otherwise missed. Surveys also allow you to gain intel on what products will be popular, so you can make an informed decision when ordering. Our next recommendation deals with custom orders. We found great success in our custom orders, but found organization was key. Some ways to stay organized is to try not to run too many custom orders at the same time, making sure you have thorough advertisement, and lastly, making sure you have all applicable papers and protocol taught to the entire team before the custom order opens, just to try and minimize any possible mistakes.
Our next recommendation is to continue bringing in vet tech themed products and human products, as these were very popular for us this year. Many students can't bring their animals with them to school, and this gave us an opportunity to not miss those customers. Finally, we recommend having good communication between committees. Specifically for this year, New Initiatives was doing the ordering and Strategic Planning was doing the inventory. So we had to make sure we were communicating well to know exactly which products were selling well, which weren't doing so great, and any expired products to know exactly what to order next. Next up, we have social media.
Hi, my name is Casey Livingstone, and I am from Cartwright, Manitoba, and I will be doing my practicum in Glenborough, Manitoba. So I am the committee chair for Team Social Media, and a little bit about what we do here is use a combination of in-person advertising as well as multiple social media platforms in order to get Lakeland staff and students into our store.
Hi, I'm Carrie Descavage, and I'm from Cereal, Alberta, and I will be doing my practicum in Picture Butte. So we'll go more into depth on each social media platform in a little bit. One of our roles included emailing Denise Martin information so she could also email it out to every staff and student on the Vermilion campus. We would also sit in on other committee meetings so we knew what they were doing and could advertise for them. So I was in charge of creating and maintaining the Instagram account. We would post bi-weekly every Tuesday and Friday in order to try to keep up with all the in-clinic sales and events. We have approximately 160 followers and would post every Monday adoptable SPCA animals that were in the clinic for labs.
So I'm in charge of the Lakeland app, and like Kira said, we would post twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I would take those posters and put them onto the general feed of the Lakeland app. And this was a really great social media platform for us to utilize, as everyone from the Lakeland, whether you're a staff or student, went on it daily in order to complete the mandatory assessment.
Hi, my name is Mandy Melawani. I'm from Craven, Saskatchewan, and I'll be doing my practicum in White City, Saskatchewan. Over the last 2 semesters, we were able to make various posters for sales and events throughout our program, and I've put these up around the school and in the clinic.
Hi, my name is Julie Ballstack. I'm from Burnham, Alberta, and will be doing my practicum in Bonnyville, Alberta. I was in charge of editing and maintaining the website, keeping it updated on inventory and special events. The website editor we used, Wix, had an app associated with it, which made it extremely easy to update and manage our inventory. Our goals this semester were to expand the social media platforms that we use for advertising, editing and maintaining our ones that we use, and increasing the time in which we would decide, advertise, and hold events to get the biggest turnout.
We'd like to recommend to keep up with the Instagram adoption stories and get write-ups on the animals from the SPCA and post every Monday. We also like to recommend to keep sitting in on the other committees within the team and to keep up with the pre-ordering and curbside pickup through the website, and to advertise giveaways and sales as much as possible. Next is Victoria with the financial report.
So on the screen here, you will see last year's sales compared to our sales. In blue will be 2019 sales, and this year's sales will be in orange. So our total revenue came up to $10,000, $933.85. Our expenses came up to $9,000, $772.82. So our total revenue at the end of this year was $1,161.03.
And now I will talk about some of our team's strengths. So our team adapted pretty well to the current COVID situation, and we provided some useful items like the masks, which were one of our top sellers. We also encouraged the use of special orders and small businesses, and the custom orders and special orders were what brought more people into our store. And lastly, each committee took on their tasks and roles well, and projects were completed in a timely manner.
So some weaknesses that we experience as a team include the struggle with Avamark. So I think that's due to us having about a year off from it. And then with also the sale protocols, it was more of an on-the-job learning experience for us. So like anything, that takes a while to get used to and comfortable with. And also with communication, we found that not only was it difficult to communicate between committees, but also with Team PO and CR, as we had to incorporate more virtual meetings that only compounded the difficulties we had.
Team Retail's opportunity for this year is that we were able to expand our online presence due to COVID-19 making it very difficult for us to advertise and sell products in person. We were able to build our communication skills, and we did this by greeting customers as they came in, working the front desk typically on a weekly basis, and answering any questions that they may have had. And lastly, we were able to communicate with people in our industry. This will greatly help us as we leave school, because we could have these connections for our whole careers.
Some of the threats this year include a lack of in-person advertising and no promotional events, which means we were not able to be on campus, causing a decrease in the public's knowledge about us. COVID-19 was probably one of our biggest threats this year, causing a limited store capacity for us.
Lastly, we have our overall team recommendations, and they are the following. We recommend continuing and expanding on our social media presence, as this was a major player in getting the word out about the store and getting customers into the store. We recommend doing weekly posts and being as active as possible on all social media platforms. Secondly, we have connecting with other programs within the college, as many programs don't realize they can come into the clinic or that we have a retail store. Doing things such as promotional events, approaching clubs within the college, and even putting out surveys to see what products they would like brought in can all spread the word about the retail store. Next, we have continuing our relationships with small businesses. This was very successful for us this year, and due to COVID, many people are wanting to support small businesses, and this gave customers opportunity to do so in one location. Finally, we recommend that the whole team be adequately trained in Avamark and sales protocols prior to opening the store, as this will make running the store smoothly and stop any problems at cash out or with account balances.
So to all the first year AHTs, if you would like to better understand your knowledge of how to properly work AviMark, how to better your communication with clients, and how to better understand how a clinic works in a retail store, then I highly recommend joining Team Retail.
Lastly, we just have a special thanks to our faculty advisor, Elaine Suddaby, along with Denise Martin, Tamara Martin, Natasha Boris, who did our Alternatives Pathway webinar, Perina, and to all the staff and students who supported our retail store this year. Any questions? I will take that as a no. Oh, Robin? It was about other pathways you could go through as a vet tech instead of just in clinic. Any other questions? Yes. Yes, for sure. If Casey from that committee wants to talk about that? Oh, Mike.
So we had our website, the Wix website that Julie had talked about a little bit, and we definitely do recommend everyone continuing on with that in the future. We didn't find that we got a lot of orders off of the website, but I think if we advertise more or the next year advertises more, I think they can definitely use that to their advantage.
Okay, I think we will move on to the next team then. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. We are Team PR, Public Relations of the Student-Led Clinic. This team's purpose is to educate the students, staff, and community of Vermilion about the human-animal bond. We do this through fun and engaging activities. We are passionate, kind-hearted, and outgoing people. The executive consists of 4 positions. My name is Lindsay Clark, and I fulfill the role of team lead. We also have the associate team lead, secretary, and treasurer. As the team lead, it was my responsibility to make the weekly agenda and run the meeting each week. I was the main point of contact between my team and the other teams.
Hi, I'm Hannah Horbe, and I am the Associate Team Lead of Team PR this year. Some of my duties included helping Lindsay out with our weekly tasks. I would run meetings if she was unable to attend them, and I also helped her organize our team.
Hi, my name is Jordan Ballstar, and I was the secretary this year. As a secretary, I would take the minutes from the weekly meetings. I would help the lead and the associate team lead organize the team-related events, and I also helped the team lead create her weekly agendas.
Hi, I'm Morgan Wasilation, and I am the treasurer for Team PR this year. My duties were to keep the budget organized and to present it to the team during team meetings. On the slide is an example of how a treasurer's report is laid out and presented.
Our mission as a team this year was to host events and create resources about animal health and mental wellness that were engaging and welcoming to both students and the community.
Our vision as a team was to create lasting ties through providing education and support of the human-animal bond.
Our values as a team include accurate representation of the veterinary community, effective and open communication, professionalism and transparency, as well as creativity and compassion. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
This year looked a lot different for everyone, so we utilized technology and developed our ability to use a variety of platforms. Everyone was innovative and came up with many creative ideas. Although being mostly online, we were still able to form bonds within our team and the committees.
Our team had some weaknesses that hindered our ability to make the most of this year. We struggled with deciding who would do the work to plan our ideas. We had to juggle many different schedules to make sure that every student could have the opportunity to attend our events. On top of that, we had to find an effective way of keeping track of everything we had planned so there were no scheduling conflicts. There were so many COVID restrictions that we had to adhere to, and these created roadblocks on what type of events we could plan. Due to being essentially all online, there was a lack of communication between committees on who was planning ideas and what committee an idea would fall under.
We were able to make many great connections with a variety of speakers we brought in since they all didn't have to travel to participate in our events. Since we had to use technology a lot more than normal this year, we grew to understand it better. We also were able to create many events for the community to help educate about the human-animal bond and animal health.
Our threats this year included advertising our events, as well as not having a guarantee as to how many people would participate in these events. Student life balance presented its own challenges, as each student had to figure out how to balance their daily lives with inconsistent school schedules. COVID restrictions played a huge role on our threats to this team. We had to take extra steps to contact personnel about what could or could not be done.
Team PR consisted of 3 previously existing committees, and this year a new one was added. We will now hear from the event planning committee.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Barker. I am committee chair, and I am from Cold Lake, Alberta. I will be completing my practicum at the Care Center in Calgary, Alberta. The purpose of the event planning committee is to plan events for the Lakeland College community. Our aim was for our events to be educational and supportive towards students. One of the first goals that we set was to have one event per month. This was easily achieved through excellent communication and teamwork. Another goal that we set was to have engaging and welcoming events, and this was achieved by planning events that were of interest to AHT students. Also, we wanted to create good examples for other students, and we did this by providing accurate and educational information about animal health. Lastly, we wanted to create relationships between students and the vet community. The rest of the committee will now discuss each of the events that we planned.
Hi again, my name is Lindsay Clark and I'm from Fort Nelson, BC. I will be completing my practicum at Highview Animal Clinic in High River, Alberta. The Little Buddy Big Buddy event was designed to create a mentorship between first and second year AHTs. This also gave students an opportunity to interact with each other since restrictions had made this difficult. In previous years, all second years were expected to be a big buddy. We changed the format of that this year to only include second years who wanted to participate. One of the challenges that we faced was finding a venue big enough to accommodate the size of the group that we had. Another challenge was getting participants to engage.
Hi, I'm Brooke Crider from Elk Point, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at Montrose Pet Clinic in Beaumont, Alberta. On November 12th, we hosted a virtual paint night that allowed students to de-stress during midterm season. One of our biggest challenges with this event was that we didn't get as many participants as we anticipated, even with advertising. But we did manage to make 3 of our 4 goals. We had at least one event in November. It was very engaging and had students chatting, and we set a good example to other students by having it open for everyone to attend.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Rotvick. I'm from Wetaskiwin, Alberta, and I'll be completing my practicum at Guardian Veterinary Center in Edmonton, Alberta. This year, we worked in conjunction with Lakeland College to host a virtual campus-wide career fair, which took place on November 24th, 2020. The aim for this event was to connect students to potential employers. We did this by contacting and confirming potential clinics, as well as creating incentives for VMA and AHT programs. A challenge we faced in this event was getting employers to contact us back.
My name is Kylie Vangen. I am from Chaplin, Saskatchewan, and I will be completing my practicum in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan at the Moose Jaw Animal Clinic. An event we hosted back in December of 2020 was the Santa Photos. We held this event in collaboration with the AHT Promotion Committee. This event was created to give the students and staff at Lakeland College the opportunity to get pictures taken with their pets over the holiday season. This event met our goals of creating an engaging and welcoming event while also bringing its participants into the holiday spirit. A success that came from this event was the donation item that you had to bring for the SPCA to get your photo taken. However, a challenge we faced was not being able to open this event up to the Vermilion and surrounding communities, as we would have gotten more participation and more donations for the SPCA.
My name is Dakota Nichols. I'm from Ponoka, Alberta. I will be attending my practicum at Central Veterinary Clinic in Ponoka, Alberta. On February 3rd, we hosted the first year trivia night. Some of the objectives for this event that we set were to prepare the first years for second semester, as well as giving them the opportunity to associate with their peers. Although we did reach these goals, we did have some setbacks. These setbacks consisted of people participating as well as learning curves with Microsoft Teams.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Shepard. I am from Stettler, Alberta, and I will be doing my practicum at Palpergo Vet Services in Innisfail, Alberta. The Industry Night, which was held on February 23rd, was an opportunity for students to engage with AHTs that worked in different aspects of the career. We had many different presenters, which included AHTs from Coaldale Vet Services, Delaney Vet Services, the Edmonton Humane Society, VCA, Wild North, U of A Research, and we also had 2 instructors, Melissa Hall and Brianne Bellwood, speaking. The turnout of students was good, especially from our second years, although we would have liked more participation from our first years. Although we didn't have any technical issues, it would have been beneficial to have in person to have better interaction between our speakers and students.
For next year's committee, we have 3 recommendations. Our first recommendation is to host a career fair that is personalized towards AHT students, whether it be in person or online. Also, familiarize your committee with online platforms and do not be afraid to ask for help so you know what your options are. Our last recommendation is for your committee to maximize student participation. Due to our events being forced online, this decreased a lot of our participation numbers. So we suggest doing online polls of both AHT classes and VMAs to know what the interests are. Also, advertise your events and create incentives for whoever signs up and participates. Now, the Community Outreach Committee will be up next.
Hello everyone, I am Jillian Beaumont and I am from Viking, Alberta, and I'll be completing my practicum in Wainwright at the Veterinary Medical Center of Eastern Alberta. My committee was combined of 4 of these amazing, compassionate, hardworking women who I know will have a positive impact in our field of work. My committee was solely involved around spreading our knowledge of animal health out and into the community, as well as sharing the importance of the human-animal bond. First thing we still want to continue is introducing our knowledge into the students. One of our main goals was having educational ring by video for St. Jerome School once or twice a month, as well as sharing other projects like poster boards at local shops and finding ways to still include the seniors with regards to COVID-19.
Hi, my name is Jordan Valstar and I am from Rimbey, Alberta, and I am doing my practicum placement at the Clearwater Vet Clinic in Rocky Mountain House. The Reading Buddy program was created to help educate students about the human-animal bond and to help them gain confidence reading to the animals when we visited. Unfortunately, the school wasn't allowing any visitors into the building, so we had to improvise, and we did so by using Zoom. We pre-recorded videos of us reading to the animals that we included many different facts about the different species. We made 7 videos for the school this year, some of which included performing a dental on the horse, a tour of the dairy barn here on campus, and of course, all of them had a video of us reading to the animals in those videos.
Hi, my name is Reese Billfell. I'm from Vermilion, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at Iron Creek Veterinary Hospital in Sedgwick, Alberta. The kids really appreciated that we kept in contact with them even though we were not allowed into the school. They were always very interactive and loved asking questions. For us as a committee, we always looked forward to meeting with them as it gave us a nice break from school. Some more quotes from the kids are, everything they taught us was amazing, and this program was almost the best thing ever.
Hi, my name is Michelle Ruskin. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, and I'll be completing my practicum at Edmonton West Animal Hospital. A big part of our committee's purpose was to go into the community and engage with them. The way we did this was by creating poster boards. We made a poster board in October for RVT month, which we presented at the bargain shop, and a second one in February for dental month at the Red Brick. Due to COVID, we weren't able to go to places with more traffic, and therefore, they weren't as successful as we would have liked due to lack of engagement.
Hi, my name is Hannah Horbay, and I'm from Mormon, Saskatchewan, and I'm doing my practicum at Lawson View Animal Hospital in Saskatoon. In past years, this committee did a senior enrichment program at the lodge, but due to COVID, we weren't able to visit the seniors in person. Instead, we decided to send letters to help brighten their day and hope them well wishes during this uncertain time. Each committee member wrote about events and activities that we did throughout the year, and we included a picture of our committee in each letter. As another way to interact with the seniors, we asked each committee to make a video to show what they've been doing throughout the year. Each committee came up with very creative ideas to show. We were sad that we weren't able to visit the seniors in person, but the letters and videos were our way of continuing the senior enrichment program.
For our future opportunities and recommendations, we would suggest on reaching out to more than one school in or out of the community of Vermilion, in addition to spreading the importance of the human bond to the students, as well as meeting in person with your committee at the beginning of the year as it improved our bond and created better communication skills within our group. Due to COVID-19, it was difficult for us to reach out to the seniors. We believe finding more ways to continuously interact with them throughout the year would be exceptionally beneficial as they are a sole part of our community. Up next, I would like to introduce the support committee.
Hello, my name's Alex Goski. I'm chair of the support committee, and I will be doing my practicum at the Southside Animal Hospital in Edmonton, which is also where I'm from. The support committee was brand new this year, and it really shined. The goal, as the name suggests, was to support students by offering them strategies and ways that they can deal with stress now and in their future.
Hi, my name is Kylie Haywood, and I'm from Osler, Saskatchewan. I will be completing my practicum at Martensville Veterinary Hospital in Martensville, Saskatchewan. This year we had many new obstacles to overcome, causing more stress for staff and students. Our main focus for our webinars was to support students through mental health and learning. Since we did them all online, we were able to host and afford more speakers. We had Dr. Kathy Keel speak about negative thoughts and how to recognize them and how to handle them in the veterinary world. We also had our learning success strategist speak, and we had Maria Thomas show us how to focus our minds and focus our breathing. And we had Lindsay Clausen speak on stress handling for animals to help interact with our patients better. Lastly, we hosted Kahoot reviews to help with our exams for the second years. Our hope is that we help students with to overcome stress and in our future and at school.
Hi, my name is Erin Tellier. I live in Provost, Alberta, and I will be completing my practicum at Border Veterinary Clinic in Provost. One of the events our committee hosted this year was the de-stress rooms. In these rooms, we had dogs and cats that students were able to spend time with. Many students here at Lakeland are away from home and maybe away from pets of their own, so we got lots of positive feedback, and we found that it helped to be a positive mental boost for students during times of stress. The challenges we faced during this event was due to COVID, we had to follow all the protocols, and we had to limit the number of students that were allowed to come into the room at a time. And since lots of lectures are being held online, there are less students on campus every day, so some people may have missed out on attending this event. We hope that next year's team carries on with this event.
Hi, I'm Abby White. I'm from Rosetown, Saskatchewan, and will be doing my practicum at Hooves and Paws in Elrose, Saskatchewan. This year, Beth and I were in charge of SPCA donation boxes.
I'm Elizabeth Shanky, and I'm from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and I will be doing my practicum at Maple Creek Veterinary Services in Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. This year, we were able to make multiple donations over the course of a few weeks from one of our 3 donation boxes located at the pet store, UFA, and the clinic on campus. We were able to donate food, toys, treats, and cash to Lloyd, Minster, and Bonnyville SPCAs.
My name is Cheyenne Wilkins. I'm from Crossfield, Alberta, and I will be doing my practicum at Energy Equine in Airdrie, Alberta. This year, I took on the task of creating and circulating positive posters around the school. On average, I created 4 posters a week and sent them to Denise to be printed, laminated, as well as she posted them on the school Facebook and school app. Every few weeks, I would pick up the posters and hang up the new ones and relocate the older ones around the Bentley Building and Animal Health Clinic. For such a simple task, this had a very uplifting effect on students, and I would highly recommend continuing this on until next year.
There were definitely some struggles this year, especially in first semester, because we had some communication challenges along with poor advertisement for our events. So we did miss out on a lot of participants. However, we did receive a lot of good feedback from our events, and our turnout was a lot better in second semester because we did improve on those challenges. And we did reach our goal in the end to support students during times of stress. So overall, the support committee did prove to be a good addition to Team PR, and we strongly recommend that it continues next year and involves more students. Maintaining good mental well-being is unfortunately overlooked when we think about what a healthy lifestyle looks like. The sport committee was made to remind everybody just how important it really is. Up next, we do have the AHT promotion committee, so welcome them on. Hi, my name is Emily Elder. I'm from Vermilion, Alberta, and I will be completing my practicum at Guardian Veterinary Center in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm the committee chair for the AHT Promotion Committee. As a committee, our role is to advocate for animal health and promote the RVT career. Our committee goals this year were to provide accurate and reliable public education about animal health, promote Lakeland College's Animal Health Technology program, and advocate and raise awareness for the different career paths in animal health.
Hi, my name's Samantha Pollock, and I'm from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I will be completing my practicum at Earl Grey Veterinary Services in Earl Grey, Saskatchewan. And as Emily just said, one of our main goals as a committee was to promote Lakeland as well as veterinary technicians. We did this by interviewing some of our amazing instructors about their careers for RVT month. We also hosted a Halloween photo competition and co-hosted the Photos with Santa event with the event planning committee. Another goal of ours was to educate the public about animal health. We did this by releasing multiple videos and posters about how to trim your pet's nails, as well as how to body condition your animals. For Dental Month, we created an educational poster about dental home care. And our most recent projects included creating a video for the local high school and 4-H clubs about a day in the life of a vet tech. And each member of our committee wrote a little piece about why we chose to pursue this career.
Hi, my name is Chantal Gray, and I'm from Paradise Hill, Saskatchewan, and I'll be doing my practicum at Weir's Veterinary Service in Alberta. We were able to meet our committee goals by spreading awareness of the Animal Health Technology program through the variety of videos and projects we made. We utilized our knowledge when working with online social media platforms like Facebook to spread this awareness. We had some learning teams, but was easy to overcome and adapt. COVID may have put a delay in what we were able to do, but did not stop our creative thinking.
My name is Madison Groves. I am from Diamond City, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at Edgewater Companion Animal Clinic in Fort Macleod, Alberta. Throughout the year, we have faced many difficulties, one of these being COVID-19 and its restrictions. Due to the boundaries that were set, it was harder for us to reach out to the public. Since everything has been online and our in-person contact has been limited, it was harder for us to do clear communication. One other challenge we faced was our viewer participation. Despite the challenges we faced, we also had our strengths. One of these was being creative for our different events. Due to the restrictions, we needed to find ways to be more creative and involve all people in our different projects. These included making interesting and yet informative videos and online posts. We were able to work well as a team while promoting the AHT program. Lastly, one of our final strengths was despite everything, we were still able to have fun this year.
Hi, I'm Morgan Wasilation, and I am from Vernon, BC, and I will be doing my practicum at Claresholm Veterinary Services in Claresholm, Alberta. Our recommendations for future committees is to organize more contests, be more involved in local schools and 4-H clubs, as well as hosting topic-related webinars.
If you possess strong communication and organizational skills, as well as an outgoing personality, Team PR may be the right fit for you. We aim to promote an active relationship with the community. We also pride ourselves on commitment and having a strong passion for the human-animal bond. If any of these attributes resonated with you, consider joining Team PR.
We'd like to thank the following people: Dr. Robin Rogers, our faculty advisor, Tamara Martin, Tracy Allen, and Amy Kuzak, our educational lab techs. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to Denise Martin for troubleshooting technical issues, webinar coordinating, and being the person to solve all our problems. Any questions?
I'll speak about the ones that we did. Actually, I'll bring out our committee chair from the event planning committee and the support committee because they were the ones who put on the 2 webinars.
Jeff, could you repeat the question, please, for them to hear? For the mental health webinars, we went through some breathing exercises, some meditation exercises to just kind of bring ourselves out of our internal thoughts and focus on the world around us so that we don't become so overwhelmed with whatever is going on, such as exams, stress, just kind of going through school, and also with our personal lives as well.
One of the biggest challenges that we had this year with being online was trying to coordinate things on Microsoft Teams. So for us as the event planning committee, a lot of our events were online. So yeah, that was one of our biggest challenges.
Any other questions? All right, if there's no other questions, we'll turn it over to Team CO now.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I wasn't expecting it to be so loud. Welcome to our introduction to Team Clinic Organization. I'll be introducing myself in a moment, but just a little bit about our team first. So we as a whole are responsible for the daily upkeep of the clinic, as well as being responsible for the horses too, which is a bonus. The executives will now introduce themselves. So starting with myself, my name is Charlie Deacock. I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I will be completing my practicum at the Russell Veterinary Clinic in Russell, Manitoba. I am the team leader, and some of my responsibilities include holding weekly meetings, not only with the team, but as well with the other leaders, just to ensure complete communication. It's the responsibility of the team leader to always be there for guidance and assistance, and I've always tried to lend a hand when I can.
Hi, my name is Sydney Boschman, and I am the Associate Team Leader for Team Clinic Organization. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and I will be performing my practicum at Egg West Veterinary Clinic in Abbotsford, British Columbia. As the Associate Team Leader, I had the opportunity to work closely with the team leader to assist in helping make weekly agendas, help organize and lead team meetings, communicate with the team, as well as support each committee member.
Hello, my name is Cassandra DeLu, and I am the secretary for Team CO.
I'm from Spruce Grove, Alberta, and I'm completing my practicum at Moore Equine Veterinary Center in Calgary, Alberta. My job as the secretary for Team CO is to take meeting minutes and work with the team leader and associate team leader to create the agenda for each week.
Hello, I'm Natasha Bett, and I'm the treasurer for Team Clinic Organization. I'm from Tomahawk, Alberta, and I'll be completing my practicum at Pulse Veterinary Specialist and Emergency Clinic in Sherwood Park, Alberta. As a treasurer, my job includes keeping record of the budget and any sort of events or projects completed by Team CO. In addition, I communicate with Team CO about any budget decisions, I complete research about any additional financial options, and I will be working with the other executives in any of the tasks that they are doing. Our faculty advisor for your Team Clinic Organization is Brianne Bellwood. The committees of Team CO include animal sourcing, biosecurity, clinic duty, horse care, and supply management. I would now like to welcome animal sourcing to the stage.
Hi, I'm Allie Whitehouse from Calgary. I will be returning there to do my practicum at Montgomery Small Animal Veterinary Clinic. Ophelia, Hannah, and myself as chair make up your animal sourcing committee. Our role is to aid in acquiring and organizing the animals that both VMA and the AHT programs use in their labs. We work closely with EdLab Tech Tamara, who gives us a weekly list of animals to confirm. Once we have organized this list, we pass it along to the teams so that they can schedule intake, discharge, and kennel care. We also set up files, organize kennel placements, and do follow-up calls to ensure recovery of our patients is going well. We had the time to facilitate some events such as the CPR certification course and a tour of the dairy to enhance our experience and build our resumes.
Hi, my name is Hannah McCutcheon, and I'm from Athabasca, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at Wild North in Empton. So some of the challenges that we face this year are scheduling conflicts. When trying to organize and plan events, we often found it difficult to find a day where the majority of people could attend. For instance, we wanted to plan a canine rehab night as well as a canine assessment night, but due to scheduling conflicts and COVID restrictions, we were unable to make these work. Another challenge that we faced was communications. So often there was more than one person contacting the same person or organization, and this tend to have information that could be potentially missed. And the last challenge that we faced was time constraints for certain projects, such as Avamark. So this was a big project that we've been working on throughout the year, and it involves going through the patient files in Avamark, updating them, and adding new files, as well as making sure that their hard files in the filing cabinet matched up. This is an ongoing task that is best to keep up on, as there's continuously being patients added to the system, as well as updating the old patient files.
Hi, I'm Ophelia Gasser. I'm from Quebec, and I'll be doing my practicum at Wild North in Edmonton, Alberta. So I'll be talking to you about some recommendations for next year's Animal Sourcing Committee. So first, we'd like to establish effective communication, not only with your committee, but with everyone that you'll be working with. This could be done utilizing tools such as Microsoft Teams. Secondly, it would be we believe having roles and responsibilities established early on in the year helps to alleviate any confusion with other teams that you'll be working with. If you require any guidance or need any help with anything, you can talk to Tamara, Brianne, or any of the other lab techs or instructors at the school. Lastly, we'd like to feel that it would be a good idea to set up a day or a week to do health checks on the cats on the farm. This would require communication with SMF teachers, students, as well as the ed lab techs and vets at the school, just so that the cats can ensure they get the best health that they require. Next we'll be speaking is Biosecurity Committee.
Hello, everyone. Oh, geez, that's loud. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Tooley. I'm the leader of biosecurity. Here beside me are the other members of my group, Austin Lafferty and Joel Cooper. I am from Calgary, Alberta, and I will be doing my practicum at the De Winton Pet Hospital in Calgary, Alberta. Our main goal is to ensure strong sanitation and hygiene practices within the clinic. We have resolved the previous boot bath issues by replacing them with new Vercon bottles. We were able to facilitate a consistent COVID cleaning protocol. We tested this procedure by using agar plates, which obtained bacterial cultures from before we used our cleaning products and after we used it. You'll see on the next slide here that there's a significant reduction in bacteria. These plates are used for detecting bacteria colonies. So these colonies that you see here are not associated with COVID-19, as it is a virus, which is not detectable by these plates. We were also able to provide the student body in the clinic with informational posters pertaining to sanitation, Vercon bottles, boot baths, and COVID-19. I will now hand the mic over to Joel to discuss the challenges we faced this semester.
Thanks, Rebecca. Hi, I'm Joel, and I am from Strathmore, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at Assiniboia Veterinary Clinic in Assiniboia, Saskatchewan. So as a committee, we had our fair share of challenges. The clinic boot baths had a couple of shortcomings. The Vercon disinfectant would evaporate very quickly, and the black rubber that the boot baths were made of was breaking down from contact with the disinfectant. And as a result, boots would track black throughout the clinic. In response, we decided to use spray bottles as our delivery method for the disinfectant. By doing so, we decreased the amount of disinfectant that we used substantially, and we also eliminated the issue of black tracking throughout the clinic. Another issue facing us was the need for revamp protocols in response to COVID-19. And in response, we decided to create informative posters in order to minimize any misunderstandings and miscommunications about both, which you're seeing on the screen now. I'd like now to turn the mic over to Austin to talk about our recommendations for next year's committee.
Hello, my name is Austin. Hello, my name is Austin. I'm from Kamloops, Alberta. I'll be taking my practicum in Wetaskiwin, at the Wetaskiwin Veterinary Hospital in Wetaskiwin. Up on the board here is an example of our clinic, of our biosecurity protocols. And as for next year, we'd like to recommend that students continue to refill the Vercon bottles at least once per week. We did it every Monday and Thursday at 1:30 p.m. before 1:30 p.m. to ensure that labs had fresh enough Vercon because Vercon does lose its potency over time. We'd also like to recommend that students find a more effective way to deep clean the feline playroom and toys, and continue to work with other committees to improve our biosecurity and COVID cleaning protocols. Now I'd like to turn over the mic to Team Clinic Duty.
My name is Danae Wallington. I'm the chair for Clinic Duty Committee. I am from Tisdale, Saskatchewan, and will be completing my practicum at Gateway Veterinary Services in Melfort, Saskatchewan. The committee this year consisted of Cassandra DeLue, Jaden Nelson, Jenna Deek, Cardessa Gibson, and Alana Craig. Our role as Clinic Duty Committee was first and foremost to create the schedule for all VMAs, AHTs 1s, and AHT 2s, which came to a grand total of 163 students. Additionally, we supervised the clinic duty shifts, which had various roles. And then we had we conducted an orientation for the Team CO supervisors.
I'm Cassandra. Another role of clinic duty and clinic cleaning was clearly outlining the roles and responsibilities. We did this by creating user content such as videos and manuals to help decrease confusion and allow shifts to run more smoothly each week.
Hi, I'm Jaden. I'm from Hillmont, Saskatchewan, and I'll be doing my practicum at Weir's Veterinary Services in Lloydminster, Alberta. So one of our main goals was to merge clinic duty and deep cleaning because they were scheduled separately in past years. We also wanted to create a consistent experience for each shift and a clear understanding of each individual's roles and responsibilities. And in order to reduce this confusion, we made sure that we had a strong orientation and provided multiple resources such as the videos and manuals to everyone involved.
Hi, my name is Jenna, and I am from Lethbridge, Alberta, and will be doing my practicum at Ranch Docs Veterinary Service in Lethbridge, Alberta. So some of the projects that we embarked on this year was creating schedules, orientations, mid-year reports, updating our manuals, hosting webinars, and merging clinic duty and clinic cleaning together. Some of the issues that we occurred were creating schedules around everyone else's schedule and trying to rotate between weekend and week shifts throughout both semesters.
Hi, my name is Cardessa Gibson. I'm from Westlake, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum in Slave Lake, Alberta. Another thing we encountered were the misunderstandings of the proper concentration for the Prevail bottles and the expectations along with the responsibilities of clinic duty and clinic cleaning, which we countered by producing orientation videos. We also were able to create a COVID cleaning list that was completed daily.
Hi, I'm Alana. I'm from Lashburn, Saskatchewan, and I'll be completing my practicum at Alberta Veterinary Center in Red Deer. For next year, we recommend creating the schedule early so this way people that have clinic duty the first couple of weeks have time to prepare for their shift and switch if needed. We also suggest working with horse care because they are at the same time. This will save you time having to go back and reschedule people. We also found that doing a supervisor orientation was very helpful, and we would suggest to continue this next year. And lastly, to organize the deep cleaning sheets by the days that each room is done. This is something that we would have liked to do this year, but we ran out of time. I would now like to welcome Horse Care Committee to the stage.
Hi everyone. Sorry, just gonna move this. Hi everyone, we're Horse Care Committee. I'm Jenna Bernauer and I'm the committee chair. I'm from Lanigan, Saskatchewan, and will be doing my practicum at Lakeland Veterinary Services in North Battleford, Saskatchewan. Our committee members include TJ Weeb, Megan Huffman, and Taylor Grunner. So basically, our main role of horse care is to act as advocates for the horses. We are their voice. Anything that we feel they need for a better quality of life, we task ourselves to do or get for them. At the beginning of each semester, we create a weekly horse care schedule where in shifts we take out VMA and AHT students to groom the horses, assess their health and environment, and to generally thank them for everything they do for us in a way that is positive for them.
Hi, my name is Megan Huffman. I am from Glendon, Alberta, and will be doing my practicum in St. Paul Veterinary Clinic, Alberta. Our main goal achieved this year was maintaining the proper horse care standards. We first tasked ourselves with creating the Horse Care Bible, which outlines the supervisor role and also contains profiles for each of the clinic horses. We then tasked ourselves with informing the college farm about the deteriorating state of the shelter's pen, the pen shelter. And then we wanted to incorporate more pen enrichment and host a webinar. There are a few goals that we couldn't get done this year due to COVID and time restrictions. Firstly, our sign-up sheet for those outside of our program for people to go visit the horses. Second, we felt the need for more pen enrichment, but fundraising was not an option. And lastly, we wanted to host an equine distress room for a study break for our students.
Hi everyone, my name is TJ Weeb. I'm from Cochrane, Alberta. I'll be doing my practicum at Southwest Animal Clinic in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. One of our biggest goals this year was to get a shelter in the big field that the horses were in. That was quickly fixed by moving pens where they had a built-in shelter. This year we treated cuts, scratches, colic, and other minor injuries. With a heavy heart, one of our horses passed away named Picasso. We are making a plaque in his honor to hang in the clinic. As many of you know, we created a weekly horse care that provided the horses with grooming and treats. As previously mentioned, we created a horse care guide and hosted a webinar with Burwash Veterinary Clinic on geriatric horses. And last but not least, we put a jolly ball in their pen to provide enrichment for the horses.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I'm from Pierceland, Saskatchewan, and I'll be doing my practicum at Alberta Veterinary Center in Red Deer, Alberta. So throughout the years, we've come up with our recommendations for the year, and although we suggest continuing some like weekly horse care shifts, there's a few that we didn't get to complete this year that we would recommend for next year. So number one would be more frequent pen cleanings. We would recommend contacting the farm team and having them assist with using a skid steer. Another thing we wanted to complete was informational videos about basic horse care. We wanted to complete videos about cleaning hooves, blanketing, and like just your basic senior care. And for the social media team to post to social media. We would also suggest positive conditioning for Ferric because he struggles with coming into the clinic being very stressful for him. Our final recommendation would be to, our final recommendation unfortunately requires a little bit more funding, which we didn't have due to COVID this year. And they would include more pen enrichments, more joint supplements and feeds, and a feed program for our aging horses. And I would like to introduce our next team to the stage, which is supply management.
Good afternoon. I would like to introduce our Supply Management Committee. To start off, my name is Josh Badenfelder. I was born and raised in Redwater, Alberta, and I'll be doing my practicum at the Aspen Trails Vet Clinic in Sherwood Park, Alberta. I had the privilege of being the Supply Management Committee Chair this year, and as for the rest of our committee, you guys have already met them. We got Charlie DeCock, Natasha Bett, and Sydney Boschman. The Supply Management Committee's roles in team clinic organization are to have an accurate count of the inventory items in our animal health clinic, place and then put away orders from WDDC to make sure our inventory is always stocked so we're ready for our labs.
This year's committee's goals included completing multiple manual inventory counts. We also wanted to update Avamark and reorganize everything and eliminate any unnecessary items. And lastly, we wanted to update the Team CO Bible with any new WDDC or any new supply management protocols.
As for the goals that we have achieved this year, it includes completing 3 inventory counts, even when we were faced with the challenge of individuals using the inventory in labs at the same time we were counting them, as well as updating the Avamark inventory for easier organization, and providing current information in the Team CO Bible.
Some of our recommendations for the future Supply Management Committee include performing 3 inventory counts throughout the year to ensure that the inventory is up to date. We also recommend that you guys update Avamark with WDDC numbers to make ordering and inputting invoices done more efficiently. Our last recommendation is to create weekly schedules for the orders to ensure that nothing is missed. This year, Team Clinic Organization accomplished many of our goals, including reorganizing and creating new COVID and biosecurity protocols. We also combined clinic duty and clinic cleaning, and this limited our confusion with scheduling and duties. We also helped with kennel care and kennel mentoring for the first years and held several successful webinars for first and second years.
As you can see from this year's Team CO Bible, most of our events were free of charge, and we were very fortunate enough for individuals to donate their time for us.
Some of our strengths as a team was being adaptable to the many challenges and threats that COVID brought this year. We were also able to keep the clinic organized by creating schedules and shifts to make sure that everything was clean and running smoothly. Each member of our team created individual as well as committee goals that we strived to accomplish throughout the year, which kept us focused. One of our other strengths was communicating with each other in the meeting and throughout the week to keep everyone updated on any issues, concerns, or ideas.
As for the weaknesses that Team CO faced this year, it includes an inconsistency in the proper protocol of the Prevail bottles, where the solution was not properly diluted before being distributed throughout the clinic and while in use. We suspect this is related to individuals not utilizing the resources provided to them, including the protocols, manuals, and their peers. Finally, Team CO faced the challenge of scheduling and communicating with multiple individuals, such as teachers, EdLab techs, students, and any third parties involved.
Opportunities of being part of Team CO include gaining or honing skills such as organization, communication, scheduling, and time management skills. We were given a very generous budget that we did our best to apply to the team. Unfortunately, due to many restrictions, we were limited in our activities.
So our number one threat this year was COVID-19. We suffered from it because we were limited for mentoring the first years. We don't get a lot of experience with an in-depth mentoring with them, as well as we lacked experience from the second years last year from when it started. We also we were trying to maneuver around a bunch of protocols, and we were constantly sending in proposals to make sure that we weren't breaking any rules. And we were also financially limited because we had to now find projects that were both within COVID regulations as well as our budget regulations. We also lost Picasso this year, as that's been mentioned. And so, as what's been talked about, the human-animal bond is very important and it's beneficial to everyone. And Picasso built a lot of relationships, and this wasn't an easy loss for our program. We also struggled coordinating our classes on top of our SLC requirements because sometimes they overlapped with each other and sometimes the overlapping conflicted with other people who aren't involved in the team and then threw off everybody else's schedules. So our number one recommendation for Team CO is that you choose us because we're cool. It'll give you the opportunity to learn practical skills that'll carry you into your future and they'll definitely benefit you further. We recommend that you work with the SMF team, which is basically the Animal Science Technology Program's version of SLC. And we recommend that you try and work with them a little bit more. Animal Sourcing did mention the FarmCat initiative, and you'll need to work with them for that as well. We also recommend that as the year goes on, you refer to the Team CO Bible because the Bible has everybody's information in it. It has Team CO from this year and the 2 previous years, what they did, what went wrong, and how they fixed it, everything with that. Lastly, definitely have fun. But our biggest thank you goes to Brianne Bellwood. She is our faculty advisor and she helped carry us throughout the year. We have a huge thank you to the Ed Lab techs as they were very, very helpful to us and they always were available to us. So a huge thank you goes out to Amy, Tamara, and Tracy. As you've heard in the previous presentations, Denise Martin is essential to our program and she is a very hardworking woman and she not only coordinates everything within our team, but the other teams on top of every other piece of work that she has to do in here. So then we'd also lastly like to thank those who donated their time and their services to us for free because it was very appreciated. It's sometimes late in the circumstances where we couldn't, it wasn't allowed within our budget to pay for it, so they chose to donate it to us. Now we'll open for questions. That's a very good question. Okay, Danae, can I have you come up here? So the question was, how do you basically get students to be motivated to do their duties while they're on clinic duty?
It kind of became a task. You usually, there was always an orientation meeting at 12:30 the day their shift began. So like the weekday shifts would meet on the Monday at 12:30 or the weekend shifts would meet at Friday at 12:30. At that point, we would go over their roles and responsibilities and then really nail in that clinic duty is a pass-fail mark. So if they're not doing their jobs, it could affect their mark. So usually that was a honing factor, for sure.
Any other questions? Yes. Yes. Josh, yeah.
Hi again. So yes, there was quite a bit of crossover at the start of the year between inventory items and retail items. So closer to the end of February, me and the Ed Lab techs went through and A, deleted all the items that we haven't used in a couple years, and B, either switched the spots for inventory items to stay inventory, and then retail to stay retail. So hopefully, knock on wood, going forward, there's no more crossovers, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It can get hard to create a crossover like that because sometimes a lot of the names are, like we sell similar things that we actually use in clinic, so sometimes the names can be difficult, and then when we're trying to keep track of inventory, retail has already sold it and we don't know, so we tried to actually keep them separate. Yes, Roman. All right, who would like to claim their webinars?
So Horse Care hosted a senior horse care webinar with Burwash veterinarians, as you saw their names on the screen. And they basically just talked about geriatric diseases such as Cushing's, PPID, and also nutrition that we can use to better our aging horses' health.
Clinic Duty held the SPCA webinar where we talked, it was secluded to just the AHTs, so we could talk more about a career as an RVT working in like a SPCA or Humane Society, which was really interesting. And then we also hosted the small animal rehabilitation webinar with Melody Hubick, which she also talked to us about a career as an RVT and a CCRA, or a canine rehab assistant.
And then finally, Inventory ended up hosting the webinar about essential oils and pets, where we discussed about introducing Young Living essential oils to your pets and options for different homeopathic options for your animals.
Yes. Okay. I would love to answer that question, but Danae can definitely answer it better.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? It was a little rocky transitioning at first, but we found a lot of success transitioning both clinic cleaning and clinic duty. There was kind of some confusion with the shift workers, the difference between the two. So we did change the name from clinic cleaning to deep cleaning, so they understood, like, you don't have to do the deep cleaning for every room every day. So we found that pretty good.
I'm going to say from my personal experience as a supervisor this year, it's a well-run program that they've done up. Danae's done a really good job. Any other questions?